Welcome to my books and storytime by mybooksummary.com. The Snowball, Warren Buffett and the Business of Life. Introduction. Imagine a boy with a mind sharper than a cash register, someone who saw numbers not as mere figures but as stepping stones to an empire. This is Warren Buffett, the man who transformed a childhood love for making money into an unprecedented financial legacy. In The Snowball, Alice Schroeder doesn't just give us an account of Buffett's fortune. She peels back the layers of the man behind the billions. Unlike typical rags-to-riches tales, Buffett's story isn't about sudden windfalls or risky gambles. Instead, it's about patience, discipline, and an unwavering belief in the power of compounding, both in wealth and wisdom. This book is a detailed biography that takes us from his childhood in Omaha, Nebraska, through his early business ventures, his rise as an investment guru, and his eventual status as one of the most respected and generous billionaires in history. Let's take a deep dive into Buffett's journey, the lessons he learned, and the philosophy that made him an icon. The early years, a young money-making prodigy. Some children play with toy trains. Warren played with stock prices. Born in 1930, young Buffett had an obsession with numbers that set him apart from other kids. While most boys his age were dreaming of becoming astronauts or cowboys, Warren had his sights set on becoming rich. Not just buy a new bike rich, but own a newspaper company rich. At just 6 years old, he started his first business, buying 6 packs of Coca-Cola for 25 cents and selling each bottle for a nickel. Profit, 5 cents. Lesson: people love Coke and margins matter. By 11, he was making his first stock purchases, buying shares in City Service Preferred for $38 each. When the stock fell to $27, young Warren panicked but held on until it climbed to $40, at which point he sold. Then, to his horror, the stock soared to $200. Lesson learned: patience pays off. Buffett's childhood was marked by a relentless pursuit of money-making ventures, from delivering newspapers to setting up pinball machines in barber shops. He wasn't just playing around, he was compounding money before he even understood the word. Education and the mentors who shaped him. Buffett was a numbers guy, but he understood the value of learning from those who had walked the path before him. Though he briefly attended the Wharton School, he found it unimpressive. Instead, he set his sights on Columbia Business School, where he would study under Benjamin Graham, the father of value investing. Graham's philosophy was simple but profound. Buy stocks like they're groceries, not perfume. Look for undervalued businesses, those selling for less than their intrinsic worth, and invest in them for the long haul. Buffett absorbed this lesson like a sponge and became Graham's star student. After Columbia, he worked for Graham's investment firm, but it didn't take long before he realized he wanted to forge his own path. And so, armed with his mentor's wisdom and an insatiable hunger for deals, he returned to Omaha to start his own investment partnerships. The birth of an investment empire. When Buffett began his investment career, he wasn't buying flashy companies or chasing the latest tech trends. Instead, he focused on deeply undervalued companies, ones everyone else had overlooked or given up on. His early investments included businesses as mundane as insurance companies, textiles, and newspapers. One such company was Berkshire Hathaway, a struggling textile firm that he initially bought shares in as a classic value play. Over time, he took control of the company, but instead of sticking to textiles, he transformed it into a holding company for a vast empire of businesses. Through Berkshire Hathaway, Buffett made some of the smartest acquisitions in business history. From the sweet and profitable See's candies to the insurance giant Geico, each purchase followed the same principle. Find great companies with durable advantages and let them grow. He wasn't just buying companies, he was buying leadership, reputation, and the ability to generate cash flow for decades. The Buffett-Munger Partnership, a meeting of brilliant minds. If Warren Buffett is Batman, then Charlie Munger is his Alfred, a wise, sharp-witted companion who sees things from a different perspective. Munger, a lawyer-turned-investor, challenged Buffett's early fixation on numbers alone. He taught him that businesses aren't just balance sheets. They're living, breathing entities that thrive on competitive advantages and strong management. With Munger's influence, Buffett moved from simply buying cheap companies to buying great companies at fair prices. This shift in thinking propelled Berkshire Hathaway to even greater heights, leading to investments in household names like Coca-Cola, American Express, and the Washington Post. The man behind the money, Buffett's personal life. Money was never just about luxury for Buffett. Despite his immense wealth, he lived modestly, residing in the same Omaha home he purchased in the 1950s and famously enjoying McDonald's breakfasts and cherry Coke. He drove himself to work, avoided extravagant spending, and never fell into the billionaire playboy lifestyle. However, his personal life was complex. His marriage to Susie Buffett was full of love and respect, but they eventually separated while maintaining a strong bond. He later found companionship in Astrid Menks, whom he married after Susie's passing. His friendships were legendary, including his famous bond with Bill Gates. Together, they spent hours discussing business, philanthropy, and the meaning of life. The philanthropic Buffett, giving it all away. What's the point of having billions if you don't use them for good? This seemed to be Buffett's philosophy in his later years. In 2006, he made a jaw-dropping announcement. He was giving away the vast majority of his fortune to the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and other charitable causes. Unlike many billionaires, Buffett didn't believe in dynastic wealth. He made it clear that his children would inherit wisdom, not billions. His goal was to ensure his wealth would serve humanity, funding healthcare, education, and poverty alleviation across the globe. Final thoughts. Lessons from Warren Buffett's life. If the Snowball teaches us anything, it's that wealth isn't just about money. It's about discipline, patience, and integrity. Buffett's success wasn't built on luck or high-risk gambles. It was built on sound principles and long-term thinking. His life is a masterclass in investing and decision-making, but it's also a reminder that money should be a tool for good, not just a measure of personal achievement. Buffett's story is one of focus, humility, and an unwavering commitment to his principles. Recommendations for further reading. If you're inspired by the Snowball, here are some must-read books to deepen your understanding of Buffett's philosophy. The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham, the book that shaped Buffett's approach to investing. Poor Charlie's Almanac by Charlie Munger, a collection of Munger's wit and wisdom. Berkshire Hathaway Letters to Shareholders, written by Buffett himself. These letters are goldmines of business insight. In the end, Warren Buffett's life is proof that slow, steady, and smart wins the race. His snowball started rolling decades ago, and even now, it continues to grow, touching lives, shaping industries, and proving that wealth, when used wisely, can make the world a better place. Stay tuned for more enlightening content. Head over to www.mybooksummary.com. Don't forget to subscribe and share the magic with friends. And let's grow together through the power of books and interesting stories.